Thank you all very much. Maraming salamat po sa napakadakilang parangal na ibinigay ninyo sa akin sa araw na ito. Pang lifetime na ang beauty ko. Tanda ko na pala. Ika nga ano kanta, will you still need me? Will you still feed me? Now, I'm 64. Salamat sa Diyos. Ibinigay ninyo ang tropeyong ito habang buhay pa ako. Wala akong hilig sa mga post-mortem. Huwag nyo na lang ibigay at mag-party na lang tayo. Maganda yung buhay pa ako habang ibinigay nito kasi maaari kong pasalamatan ng buhay ang mga dapat kong pasalamatan. Speaking with that in mind, I should warn you. In that regard, let me give you a spoiler alert. This thank you speech is brought to you by the letter F for Freddy. F for fantastic, F for fabulous, F for phantasmagorical, which is what I think these people are. Una-una na dyan, fellow artists. They're mostly friends on Facebook. I never see them in person. I have no idea what country they're in. I don't even know what kind of art they're involved in. Many of them I have never met. Pero ma-hospital lang ako. Bawilis pa sa alas 4. Take care, get well. I'm praying for you. Boom. Kung sino man kayo, I wish you 1,000, 1,000,000 times more blessings than you could have wished for me. Thank you from the bottom of my everything. Thank you. Second on the list, very, very important, friends. These are the people I know. These are the people who know me. These are the folks who, whether or not there's a Facebook, they're there. And these are the ones who are literally everywhere. Colorado, Liverpool, Hong Kong, Melbourne, New York, Taiwan, Johannesburg. It's a United Nations of friends. They love me, they care for me, they worry about me. No questions asked, but above all, they tolerate me. Let's face it, guys. I'm not an easy person to handle. But handle me, they will. They do. Some of them formed a committee whose job it is simply to get me better. Some of them send food with the right diabetic proportions. Some of them send nurses to deliver injections or other complicated procedures. These are not just friends, they're guardian angels. And you better not be in their way once they start praying for me. Roadkill. One such friend, give me a few minutes to do this, is my fellow awardee, Grand Dame of Contemporary Dance, Miss Julie Borromeo. Julie and I have known each other since I had hair. And though we hardly see each other, every time we do, there's a reconnection that surpasses understanding. Finally, at the bottom of the list, but at the top of my heart, family. Family. Let me tell you, the Santos and Ruiz clans are among the most supportive, helpful, and productive clans in the world. We are over 80 first-degree cousins alone. Hindi kasama spouses or kids. You just need to say one word, help. No questions asked. No details asked. Kailangan mo ng tulong? Heto sila. In closing, let me share with you some thoughts that came to me in the last 6 months, 3 of which I spent in the ICUs of hospitals. Awa ng Diyos, negative lahat. During those 3 months, hindi ka makagalaw. Kung ano-ano ang nakasabit sa iyo, and like it or not, your mind goes back to certain events. I remember when I first presented the idea of a gospel theater group to some friends. No one had ever heard of such a thing. Not a religious group a la Father Reuter, but a gospel group adhering to 3 things: for the good, for good, for God. With no punches held back, there would be laughter, energy, flair, and all those things that regular theater goers have come to love. Present were several friends, plus a couple of performing missionaries from the United States. As I explained the vision, I could see the faces of my friends falling. This is not going to work. You could tell that was what was on their minds. American missionary spoke up. That's all well and good, but what will you do for material? All the material today is somber and morose. It's a pity you don't have an artistic director like we do who can write the material for you. I looked at him straight and, without anger, without arrogance, replied, if there's no material, we'll write it. And for 30 years, that is what they have been doing. And successfully so. In the last 6 months, I, from my sickbed, have written 2 full-length productions, fixed a 3rd, and am now looking at the 4th and 5th. People, this can be the most creative time of our lives. How do I know? I'm not a writer. I'm just a person who likes to write. In that regard, let me close by saying, I pray that Almighty God grants each of us a life of purpose, process, and perseverance. I'm Freddy Santos, and by God's mercy, I will see us all at the finish line. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay.